Hey guys, it's Janie. Welcome back to the Crafting Bookworm. Today I have a flip through. Okay, welcome back you guys. Welcome to anyone that is new here. I'm glad to have you. So I have a flip through. I finally finished the fall journal that I was working on. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to do another fall journal. Maybe, because I have a couple journals that I've been commissioned to make, and I really need to get started on those. There's just other projects that I also have to take care of. So, I guess we'll see how the cookie crumbles, right? So anyway, here is our fall journal. Like I told you, I have this beautiful lace, and this is what will be tied around the journal. This will be the closure. Whoever would get this journal can decide if they want to, use it for the tie or if they don't want to use it for the tie. That's what we're going to do because we forgot our ribbons in this one. Yay! So anyway, we've got, this is a Tim Holtz frame. We got some acetate on there with a really pretty picture back there. We got some of the paper flowers on here with a couple leaves. We got this beautiful, as you guys know by now, if you've been watching me, this is my favorite trim. Here's this view. Top view. I did not put tabs on this journal. What I am going to do is I'm going to be sending a package along with the journal. It's going to have some tabs and stuff in it. Things that I had left over will go along with this journal. I don't have that prepared yet. Maybe I will go ahead and do that and then just add that onto this video, if that makes sense. Okay, so here we go inside of the journal. We've got this pocket here on the front and then a similar one on the back with my stamp on there. Did we do this together? I'm kind of thinking I did a video on this and we did this together. Pretty sure we did it together. And this is just decoupaged. It's just a napkin decoupaged. We put some of our glimmer spray on there. A little piece of this orange paper that had the edge here to it. And added the sentiment. And we just kind of roughed up the back. All of the Etsy shops will be down in the description. Because I don't remember all of the names of the shops. So, everything that I used will be listed below. I can tell you that these background pages is very Pear. Brush Art or something is the main kit. Brush Art Prints or Brush... It's something like that. And then there's parts in here that are from the Junk Journal Studio as well. I guess I did remember. I got this idea from my friend Pam over at Pam Van E, Journal Maker, and she made one of these. I kind of cheated. She took the time and she had all scrap pieces when she did this. This background you see here was all one piece. So I just added my little faux stitching along here, different spots, as you can see. They are drawn-on stitches, okay? This part right here was actually, I have this page edger, and that's one of the parts that get punched out, and I thought it was so cute. Oh, and you can read on the back, it's just a index card. So thanks to Pam for that idea. We've got these hymnal pages, except this is the scripture readings. It's not like the actual hymnals. So we got these from the hymnal, and this is the scripture readings, not the actual hymnal, the music. I decided to do something a little different with that this time. There are hymnal pages in here. Okay, this, let me explain this now, was something I watched Stefani do. And I'll tell you what, you guys, these women that I watch on YouTube, they inspire me so much. And so I saw Stefani doing these tags. I like to make tags. I know Stefani likes to make tags, and she makes such great tags. Now, what she did with her tag was she was trying decoupage with a double layer. So she had 2 different napkins, okay? I use tissue paper, okay? So we've got 2 different tissue papers on here. One is Tim Holtz, okay? And they come in these rolls. It was a pack of 3 that I got. Okay, and this was the one that I used, like the field notes and stuff. This was the one that I used. That was my top layer. And then underneath, to give you some of these orange flower things, was this sunflower tissue paper that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. I picked up 3 packs of this, and this was one of them. And that's the bottom layer. And it worked with glue stick. Because usually when I decoupage, like when I did this first tag in the front, it was the Mod Podge. Well, I followed suit with Stefani and said, okay, let's try tissue paper and not napkins, and let's still use glue stick. Now, she used the Scotch Create, which I love, but I can't get it in bulk. I can only get like 1, and so I have to order several of them. You used to be able to get them in like a pack of 6 or so. Well, you can't get it like that anymore unless you're going third party. So it doesn't get here with Prime. Like it doesn't get here in a day or 2. So Oohoo, I can still get packs of 6. And Oohoo glue is also really very good. Scotch Crate's probably my favorite, but Oohoo's also very good. So I used Oohoo and double layered the tissue paper, and it did work, you guys. We both used file paper, or file folders. I think she used a file. I think she said she used a file folder. And you just have to lay it out. And I just did it 9 by 6, and I could cut 3 off of that and made 3 tags. And she did a bow like this in the front. I used the Sari Silk. She used seam binding. And so I didn't think this was going to work because this Sari Silk right here, I got it from, I don't remember what Etsy shop it was. If I remember, I'll put it on the screen. It's real heavy. I felt like this was real heavy sari, but it tied really pretty in the bow. So, sorry about that long explanation, but you're going to see a couple more of these tags. And that was all thanks to Stefani, because these women, like I said, are so inspiring. Here we made this altered paper clip right here with the little deer, and I put a couple circle punches on there. And then this is one of the, was this Junk Journal Studio? I don't remember if that was Junk Journal Studio. I'll put it on the screen, whoever it was. We got some lined pages. I think that was Junk Journal Studio. This, or no, I don't know. Like I said, I will list them all, you guys. I'm going to quit trying to figure it out. There's a really cute 2 deers. And then that's attached by, well, let's just take it off and show you. This is another one of the altered paper clips. I feel like it's been a while since well, it's not, because I did a flip through of the grungy journal. It just feels like it's been a long time. Another little deer. And then here's one of the actual hymnals. So we got twin pockets here, this really pretty plaid. And then a couple more journal cards. I left the threads. They are in a bow because I'm not adding beads, but somebody else will have that opportunity. Candlelit pumpkin faces. Pumpkin faces. My daughter always laughs at me because I always say pumpkin instead of pumpkin. And she was laughing at me when I was saying pumpkin. Mom, you don't have to say it like that. This one I didn't put anything underneath it, but it's another one of my altered paper clips with the cute little sunflower on there. Oh, I should put something on the back there. Do I have something? I'll find something and put on there. There's some more of that green striped paper. So pretty. It looks so good on these pages with the green on it. Plenty of writing in here. Got a belly band here. And I believe that was Junk Journal Studio for that. Okay, again, from my friend Stefani over at Coffee Paper Scissors. She had this. It's just a paper, and this holds it down. This is printed on the back, though. But it would be really hard to write on the back anyway, because this is attached to the page. But it's just for some more writing space. And then you can have writing space here that maybe is more personal. Really like that one. I think that's Junk Journal Studio too. Thought this was super cute. We put a little ticket here. These were the last ones that I got off of Etsy on the screen. And we put this little, they were so cute. It was just a bunch of fall labels and stuff. Love it. And then this is a flip out. And then inside, we have some more. And there's the back. Really cool, right? We got boxes here, lines here, lines here. It was actually accidental. And I really liked the effect of that. Isn't it funny how that happens? And then on this side, this says, "From his abundance we have all received one gracious blessing after another." That's John 1:16. Love that. And here is another altered paper clip. We got nutmeg and clove. We got some pumpkin and some bread. Really like how that one turned out. Really cute. And we got a cup of maybe pumpkin tea or pumpkin coffee. So excited it's fall. Oh, I love fall. And then this right here just opens up, and there's just a whole bunch of those little labels from the last place that I got fall stuff from. Really cute. Just stuff that was left over. Here's another one of the tags that I made using Stefani's ideas. This one's like flaring out. These really cute with the butterfly on there. It says Autumn Pass. Stefani's so good at tags. She's very inspirational. What is that, a quail? What is that? No, it's not a quail, is it? I don't think so. We did kind of a rough edge pocket there. You guys know how I love my tear ruler. Now on this center one, I didn't do more pockets. I did this little flippy. Okay, and there's only 3 pieces here. But this right here, I had this last strip of the Tim Holtz left over. So I collaged it onto a piece of that orange paper. Added a label here. We do have a writing spot there. Would be great for a list. And then this beautiful piece right here. It says Apple Orchards. Now this just comes out of this little tiny belly band here. So you can always replace this with something new. I love the scrappy pads. I think they look awesome. And that's all that's on that center part. Okay, here we've got another tag. I think Junk Journal Studio. We just added, this was, I don't know what this part came from, but it came off of something. It was 1/2 of something. It was laying on my table, so I used it. So we can use our scraps. Over here is a pocket. We got another one of the labels and a little, look how cute these are, you guys. They were so cute. And there's going to be a bunch of these coming with the journal. Love this with the apple pie on there, and it's, you know, where you can see part of the recipe. Oh, don't fall out of there. And I did leave room to allow whoever gets this journal to play in it a little bit. Sometimes I have to force myself. I come up to a page and I'm like, oh, we need a pocket there. No, we need to leave some space. So I try my best. Look at how beautiful that is. Love that. Got another pocket here and another journal card. Like I said, lots of writing in this journal. And these pages are for writing as well. Then over here we have another, and I used my other punch. That one is for this purple punch, and then I've got my pink punch, and on my pink punch I used the medium size. It's really getting hard to punch with that now. So yesterday I was punching with the smaller corner rounder, and then I was using these punches as well because they were punching so much better. So I don't know if the camera will pick up. It's like a double, like here's the pink one. I was looking for it. There's the pink one. And I use this medium one all the time, and it's hard. So I was using the smaller one yesterday. And here's another one of these. I put it at the end of each signature. So lots of places to write, and then it can be personal with this over top of it. And the third signature, here is the third tag that I did. Probably my favorite one out of the 3 is this one. I love this color, and of course you guys know I love owls. And this says falling leaves on here. I just love how the tags turned out. It was so much fun. And even right down to this little brown piece that she put on. Mine, I think I got them a little too long, but they still look cute. Instead of doing the eyelets. If you guys want to know how to make these, I can either show you or I can direct you to, I think I'll just put a link to Stefani's video on making these. She's probably a better teacher than I am. Golden Leaves Dance. Look at that coffee. Yum. Is that, nope. So some of these pages here I left alone. You can either play on these or you can even write on those if you want to. Okay, so here I did a double flip. I know a lot of people do flip outs, but I don't see people really do a lot of the double flips. So look, one flip, two flip, right? And it's writing space. I just thought it was cute. Another journal card. Here we've got two of the same pockets. There's that journal card, sorry for my dogs. And this journal card, which has another different punch. If you guys, I don't know if you guys can, if the camera's picking those up. And then these open. I have not put anything in there yet. I don't know if I'm going to yet. I might just leave those empty and you guys can put in there whatever you want. We got a couple of twin pockets here. These, we've got the quote cards. So you guys can use it for scriptures, quotes, prayers, whatever. So there's two of those. I love the way they look on this hymnal page. Here's another journal card, the mushrooms. And another flip out here, but we've got this one. I wasn't sure at first what I was going to do with this, so I just decided, well, we need something smaller for this pocket, so I just put it in the pocket, and then this just opens up, and you know, you can write on it. Some more of that paper, it's so pretty. And then this flips out, and then we've got another one of the writing papers that you can write some more stuff on there. The little kitty's cute. Another pocket here. And then this one flips up for writing space there. Again, it can be something personal. I made this pocket a little less deep because I didn't want to cover up the pumpkins. There's an acorn right there too. So I kind of tried to make it a little smaller. I thought that this journal card went beautifully with that pocket. This cluster right here is glued right onto the page. And it's just a paper one. We got paper, some paper doily, we got some muslin, and then vibrant as the sentiment. And we got another pocket here, and we've got a couple cards. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, his love endures forever. And then here's the last one of the flip page. And we're at the back, and we've got two journal cards there. So that is our autumn journal. It will be in my Etsy shop, and if you hang out, I'll be right back with the package of goodies. Okay, so here's what we've got. I cut out these tickets. Here's our tabs for the pages. We've got a couple of the plaid, a couple of this really cool swirly design. We got a couple of the green stripes, and then a couple plain that you guys could stamp on if you wanted to stamp. Okay, so there's those. And then for whatever labels and tickets we've got here, we've got that. There's a couple of tiny labels or tickets there. And there's the labels and tickets. I did not ink any of these labels. Here's a few, I think I have a few more of these that I can just cut out the squares. I think I have a few more to include in this, but they will not be fussy cutted, you guys. Whoever gets this will have to fussy cut them out. But there's those. I so wanted to use this frame on something, and I just never found anything to really, you know, use with it. It would be cute, I guess, with, you know, one of these fussy cuts. You know, if you wanted to do something like that. So we got that. Here's little jams and jellies. A couple more small journaling cards there. Here's a pocket. Oh, there's a couple more fussy cuts on a big piece there. And then we got a couple of guest checks right here. I used these. I just made these up because these were the last of the stickers. These two stickers. So we got a couple guest checks too. And that's going to come along with the journal. It's not a whole lot, but I did really good using up the kit. Like I said, I do have more of these somewhere on this table, and I will include them with this. And then the tabs. And that's what will go along with the journal. So there is the flip through. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of the journal down in the comments. But that's it. Thanks for staying tuned, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.